Holidaymakers have warned of potential chaos today as nearly 500 Qantas engineers walk off the job on one of the busiest travel days of the year. More than 10 million passengers are set to pass through airports across the country over the coming weeks. But as school holidays begin for some states today, vacations could be off to a turbulent start, so to speak. Joining me now is Peter Doherty, live from Brisbane Airport, and Andrew Lund, live from Melbourne Airport. First to you, Pete. So today's one of the busiest days, right, at Brizzy Airport. How will these strikes impact passengers?
Look, as you said, 75,000 people coming through our airport today, 3 million over this school holiday period. In terms of that industrial dispute, this has been going for a couple of months. The previous industrial actions have not impacted travellers. We remain hopeful that will be the case today, but clearly this is a very busy day. All flights are full, so the ability for the network to recover if there are issues isn't as great. So we remain hopeful, and we're working with Qantas to minimise those disruptions today.
Andrew, workers are preparing for more strikes as well if Qantas doesn't come to the party. What does this mean for passengers in the coming weeks through Melbourne Airport?
Look, Chevo, we've been working with Qantas on contingency planning to minimise any disruption to passengers, and certainly we're not expecting any disruption this morning, but flights across all airlines, as Pete said, are going out very full today and across the next few weeks. So all of the airlines have a little bit less flexibility than they usually would to reaccommodate passengers if there are disruptions. So we're certainly working with Qantas, but all of the airlines to make sure that their operations run as smoothly as possible, because we are expecting a lot of people over the next few weeks, 4.8 million through Melbourne Airport between now and Australia Day. So it's going to be very busy, particularly on international flights, but also domestic flights very full.
So Andrew, just quickly, give us some tips for passengers that are going to travel.
Look, we'd be keen to make sure that people plan ahead. Just know where you're going at the airport. That helps. If you're planning on parking at the airport, we'd recommend booking online because the car parks will be very busy. And just give yourself a little bit of extra time to get to the airport. At Melbourne Airport, we've got a fair bit of construction happening around the place. We don't want people getting delayed by roadwork, so factor in an extra 30 minutes. But in terms of being in the terminals themselves, our security lines are fully staffed. There will be queues at some points at check-in and at security, but we've got lots of people on, and those queues should move fairly quickly. So just be patient, bear with us, give yourself plenty of time.
Yeah, certainly. And Pete, what about you? Have you got some tips? There's also a bit happening, isn't there, upgrading Brizzy Airport?
Yeah, like Melbourne, Brisbane also has major upgrades, so things will be a little bit different, but you'll still be able to navigate your way through the airport. I checked in with security 10 minutes ago and said, where are people coming unstuck? They're still bringing so when you're going international, you can only carry 100 mils or 100 grams of liquids, aerosols or gels. So tons of Vegemite. I'm talking enough to feed Tasmania. That's being forfeited. Sunscreen, over 100 mils, lots of that. Honey, so much honey. Even people bringing through alcohol, can't bring that through. Wow. And also for Christmas, remember, bonbons. Some airlines don't like bonbons. Buy them at your destination.
Yes.
And if you are taking presents, put them in your checked-in luggage, because there's nothing worse than having to unwrap that in front of the kids to check what's inside them. So some special things to think of this Christmas.
There you go, Christmas Day sorted for you, Pete. Thank you so much, guys. Andrew, Merry Christmas to you as well. And in a statement, Qantas has said a number of contingencies are in place and extra resources will be on the ground to ensure customers face no delays.